Happy Monday, practice community. Welcome to this week's Monday message. This message is in support of some of the content we've been sharing inside of that 14-day challenge, how to fill your coaching practice in 90 days. It does end today technically, but we're also going to keep that content open till the end of February. So if you're not finished with it yet, please don't rush. If you haven't joined it yet and you're just learning about it and you want to hang out in that space, there's still plenty of time. So one of the pieces of that challenge is the how, right? How exactly do we fill our coaching practices? And in a pretty short period, I've named 90 days, 3 months. That's quick. So how do we take what maybe you've been doing and actually make that work for you and fill your business? The number one tool that I recommend trying on, and the tool that I use and I encourage my clients and my students to use, is something I call a coaching project. A coaching project is where we take a specific number of coaching calls and we gift them to our inner and middle spheres of influence, and we wrap it around a very specific purpose, and we give it some bookends. So a certain number of calls and a certain number of days for a very specific aspiration or intention. And the way that this works is all inside the challenge. So if you want the details or how to do it or how to make it work for you, go check out that content. But the critical piece of a project succeeding is your story. And it's the thing that your clients are truly waiting to hear about. And it's the thing I see a lot of coaches avoid putting out there into their marketing. Now, not just the capital T story, because you have so many stories. So whatever it is you decide to use as the foundation, the inspiration behind your coaching project, find its central theme tucked inside of something that you yourself have experienced. And it's really simple, but it can go a long ways. Your potential clients don't care about the tool of coaching, the benefits of coaching, the logistics of coaching. Coaching is just a tool, and it's an impactful one and it's an important one, but it doesn't have enough innate value in our marketplace yet to stand on its own. And so one of the ways that we can translate the value is through telling stories. Stories are immediately relatable, and they bring us in to your world, and they help us not just relate, but get a clear understanding of why it is that you do what you do and how, as a potential client, that might resonate or deeply align with what I'm looking for. One of the primary or the big principles behind a coaching business working is the number of relationships that you're cultivating as a coach. And relationships require trust, and they require relatability. We don't have relationships with people that we don't connect with. And as a potential client, they're going to feel the same way about you as their coach. And so story is one of the ways that we bridge that gap. And one of the resources I recommend is a book called Stories That Stick by Kendra Hall. It's a really simple, basic read. I don't mean that critically. It just is an easy one to digest, and it's well worth picking up as a quick resource for any of the storytelling you might do that specifically is going to come alongside your project. And if you're not running a project, you still need to be a storyteller. You still need to put those ideas out into the world through the lens of your own experience. Not because you're going to sell your experience like a consultant, but because you're looking to create that relatability and that ability for people to really understand what you're all about. And who we are is truly made up of what we've done with our lives and where we come from. And what matters to us is usually predicated on our experiences and what we've made them mean about who we are. And as coaches, we get to share that. So don't hold back. Stop leading with logistics, stop leading with technicalities and benefits. I guarantee they're not as attractive as you being authentically yourself. So I hope that's inspirational. If not, I hope it's helpful or clarifying. I will leave a link below for that book in case you want to pick up a copy. If you have other storytelling tools or techniques that could be supportive to our community, please leave them in the comment section below. We're always looking for more resources, especially from our members. All right, y'all, have a good week here in your practice, in your community, in our community, and I'll see you online. Take care.